Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
He's alive!
Welcome to where the weird ones are.
Every time I speak, I want the truth to come out.
Powerful figures in Hollywood as well as powerful politicians who are in fact not human. They're reptiles or they're lizards or perhaps extraterrestrials.
I don't think it is a human. I think it's a Sasquatch.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Let's get weird.
Damn right.
Oh man, happy Halloween, everybody! So I did not tell you guys, but I am using this episode as as my Halloween special.
Now he tells us.
Yeah, so I like to tell you things after the fact. Keep you on your toes. Just be like, oh, all right, let's see. So last year,
sorry, I didn't consent to this.
all right, bye, Felicia.
The amount of times in my life that I've heard that, if I had $1, I swear to God, I'd be rich.
I fucking bet. I bet. So today we're here to talk about horror movies specifically. So horror movies have, really what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Molded me, sculpted my my personality, I feel like, into like with the paranormal, the things that I like and shit like that. So spooky season is my absolute favorite time of the year. So even though it's a pagan holiday, that's totally fine.
Daddy like.
It says 'tis the season to be creepy.
Yes, that's exactly.
Nice.
There's a black cat on the bottom.
I like it. I wish I wore a spooky shirt now. Like I wish I wore a spooky shirt.
You missed the memo for your own club. Come on.
Fucking no.
Go change. We'll wait. Go.
I did wear my brand new Down the Rabbit Hole T-shirt that I made in the store. I wore that to the gym today.
Yeah.
It says right on the back, "Let me show you how deep the rabbit hole goes." So
I love
and
it.
I'm gonna wear it in West Virginia this coming weekend. So by the time this episode comes out, West Virginia will have already happened. Isn't Sierra in West Virginia?
Sierra has lived in West Virginia. She lives in Alabama currently.
Oh, for some reason I thought she lived in West
Virginia.
She's lived,
I swear to God, in every fucking state. So
yeah.
No, we've been to West Virginia for Mothman though together.
Oh yeah.
That might be where you're connecting the dots.
That's probably what I'm doing. Yeah, for sure.
Worth it for a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
The buns of steel on that statue alone.
So, anyway, so I guess I'll introduce you to the listeners that don't know who you are. So, David, if you don't mind letting everybody know who you are, what it is you do, and where they can find you.
Hey, I'm David from Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm also the co-host of One Nothing Podcast, and soon to be the co-host of Weird Java, starting November 3rd, and every Sunday morning after that. My page is Down the Rabbit Hole. It's on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok. Goddamn, what else am I on? I'm on a ton of stuff. So go out and check out my page. It's all about the paranormal, the unexplained, aliens, Bigfoot, all that good stuff. So if you like that, check me out.
Dope.
Next.
Dope. Alicia, we'll go with you.
Watson.
No pressure. I am one half of the Twisted and Uncorked podcast, and much like the rest of our friends in this chat, we do all things creepy, paranormal, true crime, conspiracies. all the like every Tuesday on our podcast. So you can find us wherever you're listening to this right now.
Nice.
Most awkward intro ever, which if that's
Very
not me, I
adorable.
don't know what is.
Adorable.
we like it awkward, you know. I'm
we're
probably
weird.
Weirdos only.
Right.
Yes. Good plug. And then last but not least, we have Connie.
I gotta unmute it because my kids are screaming in the background. But I'm Connie. I'm from Talk Spooky to Me off of YouTube, where I just talk about horror films. Right now, it's just Halloween franchise for the month of October. And then after that, it's mostly just movie reviews, ranking movies, whatever I feel like talking about movie-wise. But
Cool.
I'm only on YouTube, and it's at Talk Spooky to Me.
Love it. Also, love your fucking hair, by the way. It's freaking amazing.
It's giving 90s goddess. It really is.
Absolutely.
I got it colored. I'm a natural bleach blonde. But my son, when I was pregnant, he turned my hair black. So I'm it's starting to lighten up, but it was taking forever. So I just got it a little bit colored.
Real question though, is your son okay?
He's fighting bedtime.
No, not that. The fact that he turned your hair black. I was being funny because we're talking about horror movies today.
He's a ginger. If you've seen Chucky, if you've seen Child's Play, that's him. He's a menace.
That's it. You want to know what's funny? As I just had Natasha from Cryptid Creeps and Conspiracy on my podcast. We literally just recorded like yesterday, and so her episode comes out on Wednesday. And she's a redhead, and she told me when her mother was pregnant with her mother's hair turned black, and her mother is
oh my gosh
blonde.
That is
maybe
wild.
it's something to do with the redhead mutation, like something to do with that DNA. Yeah.
Maybe it's Nephilim DNA, bro.
Oh. Here we go.
It's literally
say, in addition to turning her hair black, her whole room is black now. She's out.
Alicia goes spooky and all of her lights shut off.
Listen, it's not the first time it's happened, somebody recording with me, so I'm sorry in advance. I shouldn't be allowed to play with others.
That was such a Canadian story. I love it. Love it.
About.
Can you say room, Alicia?
Room?
Yeah. Oh, she said it right. Never mind.
Oh, apparently I say pasta funny.
Pasta? What's pasta?
According to Sierra, that's one of my funny ones. I don't know. We have the conversation on the podcast all the time, American, because she's American. So, yeah, we run into it often. But most of our listeners think that I'm American. So, I've been lumped in with her. You know what? I'm okay with it. Most of my friends are. So.
The best people are American.
I grew up watching Degrassi.
I keep hearing Degrassi.
That's the only Canadian show I watch.
You know what? It works. But I will throw out a number of sorries for the rest of this episode, I'm sure. Sorries.
Right. So Amanda says rum. She's Canadian also, and she says rum all the time. I'm like, what? Room, right? In the room? Yes, in the room.
It might depend on where in Canada you're talking about, too, though, right?
She was from Hamilton.
Where is that? East Coast, West Coast?
It's in the middle. It's like
middle.
Above
yeah, middle child. You can't trust that.
That's hilarious. There's a Canadian horror. There's a few Canadian horror movies, aren't there? I can't think of any of them.
There actually
We're not
is
offended
one.
by that.
It's called
Do they apologize throughout it?
It's called Curtains.
Curtains?
Curtains.
I'm trying to think.
Curtains? Hold on. It actually has a really wicked scene in it that I think is one of the best. The whole movie kind of sucks, but the scene is really good. It happened in I want to say the 70s curtain movie. Hold on. Yes, it's called Curtains. It was in 1983. It's a Canadian film, And it's actually, I watched it on Tubi for free. I don't think it's on Tubi anymore, but it has this wicked scene in it. If you, there's the scene on YouTube, if you watch just the snippet of it, where this bitch is in a mask and it's terrifying. And she has one of those ice hook thingies, and she's going after someone in the snow, but she's on ice skates and she has this hook, and the girl's like, no.
That's the most Canadian stereotyped thing I've ever heard.
I mean,
and you need to send me a link immediately.
You can kind of see the mask.
I didn't know Black Christmas was a Canadian film.
Is it?
No shit.
Yeah, the 1974 Black Christmas.
The remakes suck. Both remakes suck ass, but the first one.
I find remakes usually do, and I'm sure we'll get to that in discussion.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, actually, now that you bring that up, we'll get into our top 3 real quick. So we'll start with our 3. We'll go around the table. We'll give our third, and then we'll work our way down to number 1. So we'll start with David. David, what did you rank for number 3? I know you have a plethora. You know, you're just like swimming in a freaking pool of horror movies. But for number 3, what would you say at this
I'm gonna
moment?
say it's a recent movie. It's called Talk to Me.
Have
you guys seen it?
I have not.
You haven't seen it? Oh, okay.
You got to see this one. I want to. I just have not.
Yeah.
It's Australian, isn't it?
Yes, it's Australian, and it is. As a matter of fact, our friend, from oh my god, what is this podcast? I'm gonna forget his name. Eric from Uncomfortable podcast. He actually knows someone who worked on the movie.
Of course he does.
Yeah,
I love Eric.
Eric's amazing. But the movie basically is about being able to connect to the other side. And it's basically using a hand that's kind of like just a hand, a dead hand, obviously. And these kids somehow get a hold of it, and they have these little parties. And you basically grab the hand and say, "Talk to me." And you are seeing the other side. Whoever's on the other side will show up and they will speak through you. But the caveat is you have to be released from the hand by a certain amount of time, or else bad things happen. And that's where it starts. Great movie. Loved it. Very different. I love the, me, paranormal stuff. I love ghosts and, crossing the veil and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I think ghost, like paranormal, ghostly movies, horror movies are, I think that's the better core category for me, in my opinion, out of the horror movies. Slashers are great because there's like a level of comedy to it. So I do like slashers, but I wouldn't, in my top 3, I would never put any slasher movies for horror movies. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. But I want to see that movie. The freaking trailer looks amazing, and I've heard nothing but good things about that fucking movie. So I really want to check that out. But the last movie that you told me to check out, I did not enjoy.
Which one's that? So
we'll see.
Which one?
So we were on a it was I think it was when you were on for Conspiracy Tuesday, the last one with Alex. You told me to check out Long Legs. You're like, you were like,
I said don't check out Long
Legs.
You
said don't.
I said don't. Whatever you do not, because I give it a loser rating. I did not like it.
It was terrible.
No spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah. No. Thank you. I'm so glad, Kevin. But I've noticed, you're not that close to my age, but I've noticed Generation Z and whatever generation is after, they loved it. They loved it. I don't know why, but they loved it. Yeah.
If the generation after Gen Z is watching it, I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Generation A.
There was a lot of
Alpha,
occultic
Gem
symbolism.
Alpha.
There's a shit ton of occultic symbolism in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Like
just a
they- so-
weird movie.
Did
This
you catch the
this
devil's
one-
supposed to be in it 6
Yeah.
times? Did you
Right.
see it?
No,
Did you catch him?
no, I didn't.
Me neither.
But so
Afterwards, you see it.
oh, okay. But there's this one scene where they're like testing the detective, and they ask her literally they record one mathematical problem, and the answer is 33. And I was just like, they always got to put 33 in these fucking movies, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was crazy.
Jim Carrey took 23, so.
That was a fucking good film. I don't care what anybody says. That
Thank you
film
for
was
laughing at
fucking
my
amazing.
jokes, Connie. I'm the fucking worst.
I liked it.
So I guess Alicia, what would be your number 3 movie?
So I did not rank mine 1, 2, and 3. I picked my top 3 favorites.
Hey, I did the
picked
same
one
thing.
from every Besties Think Alike. I picked one from every variation of horror, like like the
okay.
gore,
that's a good
the
idea.
psychological thriller, the
That is a good idea.
paranormal. Because I am horrendously type A. So I will say my third of the 3 that I picked is Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
Ooh,
yay.
shit, yes.
Yay.
Hello,
That
Clarice.
That is a good one. That is a fucking phenomenal one. Dude, I watched that. I didn't understand what was happening the first time I watched it because I was like 9. So I was like, what is happening?
Rub the lotion on the skin.
Or gets the hose again. Literally every time I put hand lotion on, I say that.
Imagine being a kid and watching this guy dance in the mirror with his junk tucked and being like, what is happening?
Would you fuck me?
I was like, what is this? And fucking no adult in the room was like, you shouldn't be watching this. I was just like sitting there like, what in the world?
So that
what
guy,
a weird
We
guy.
now understand why Kevin is the way he is.
have you guys ever seen the TV show Monk by chance? Okay. So
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
So the captain in that show is that guy from the movie.
You know what else he did? He was the voice of
The Hills Have Eyes. He was in too.
And Joyride. He was the voice of the trucker. Candy Cane.
I forgot about that movie. That movie was amazing.
It's one of my childhood
Black Sheep.
favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the first horror movie I owned, actually.
Pink Champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo Bill, he voiced him. He wasn't actually in the film. He just did the voiceover.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just did the radio voice.
He does have a great voice.
He does.
He does. He really does. He was in Flubber.
He really
as well.
does.
Flubber.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
Yes, R.I.P. I give
I feel like
homage
we
to
need
Robin Williams every episode.
You know what? As you should.
Robin Williams is my outro, bro.
No.
Did you know that? Did you not know that?
No.
Fuck.
I'm
Now
upset that I didn't know.
Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can load up my outro real quick.
Am I echoing on somebody's computer?
It might be Connie's.
You were earlier, but not now.
I'm like, am I crazy? I keep hearing my own voice.
You should hear your own voice. You're talking.
Yeah. You fucking weirdo. All right. Give it 2 seconds, and then I can play you my outro.
You know, Kevin, I'm going to be honest with you.
Click.
Listen. Tell me what movie it's from, too.
Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth.
What dreams may come.
Life is fleeting.
Dead Poet Society?
What dreams may come.
And if you're ever distressed, Cast your eyes to the summer sky. When the stars are strung across the velvety night. And when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night into day. Make a wish.
Oh.
It is Dead Poets Society.
Thank you.
It is not.
It's not?
What?
What
What
day
is
do they
it?
come?
Nope, it's not
What's it
that
called?
either.
No.
Nope. It's
Which one?
Jack.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That
It's
makes
this-
sense.
It's the speech he gives at the end of the movie.
That movie hurts my heart.
It-
I'm gonna be honest. When you log off, I go on to my next podcast, and I've never heard that, and that is a shame on my part.
Really?
I am ashamed to admit that I have not listened to most podcast or YouTube channels outros. I am
Oh.
awful.
I'm the same way.
That's okay.
Well, because but now that I know that that's your outro, I'm listening to every single fucking one. I love Robin Williams.
It's Jim Carrey, Cable Guy, and then it goes right into Robin
Yes.
Williams. So
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. Well, I've heard that part, like the first part, and then I've moved on. I didn't know it was so epic.
yeah,
Kevin, I
I
love you
know.
more if that's even possible.
I don't know
Guys,
if you can
every
love me
single
more than you
person
do.
listening from now on must listen till the very end. We demand it. How many of your
Absolutely.
listeners didn't know that that was your outro? Right in.
Probably all of them, to be honest with you. Veronica might know. She listens pretty good. Alex might know too. And
Alex Shea.
maybe even Carrie.
I love how we all have those like OG listeners that are like diehard that will listen till the very end.
Yeah.
And I appreciate them.
Yeah. I like them a lot. I like all of them.
Right?
Yeah.
They're the blood of the show, really.
Absolutely.
And
Although
speaking
even if
of
they
blood,
if they
Well,
weren't here, I'd still be doing the show. I'm being honest.
I like that.
Aw, I love
I like that.
True dedication.
So,
You
but
know
I
what?
would
I
be
just-
too. I'd be by myself. Sierra would have left me by that time.
I actually said that to a friend of mine who closed his show down. And I was
Aw.
like, why did you do that? And he was like, well, I don't have I look at the listeners and it's not a whole lot. And I'm saying, I have a friend who doesn't care about that shit at all. He doesn't even look at that. He just does it because he enjoys it. So you have to do it if you enjoy it. If you don't,
Yeah.
stop. But if you
Yeah.
enjoy it, who cares who's listening? You're the one who's having fun, right?
Yeah.
So
It's for
hopefully
me
he
it's the
comes back.
conversations, you know. So
Yes, dude. Absolutely.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
your podcast is based on that. If Sierra left me, I'd just be talking into the void.
that's true.
Yelling,
That's true.
Kevin! Just yelling all the time. Kevin!
Yeah, just yelling.
I would end up
Funny,
having
if
an
you don't
aneurysm.
understand the joke, my husband's name is Kevin, so I yell
Oh.
Kevin all the time.
I thought it was from Home Alone.
That
Like,
too, it works.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
first
so
time
Connie-
Kevin ever tuned into our show, I was yelling at Kevin, who was playing video games behind me way too loud, and he's like, "What did I do?"
It literally scared me physically. I was because I'm driving in my truck. At the time, I didn't have Bluetooth in my truck. I was an older truck, so I had my headphones in my ears. So I'm freaking driving my truck, and she just goes, "Kevin," and I'm like, "Fucking hey, dude!"
Like, I didn't do anything.
I'm
So
gonna
I'm-
put a plug at the beginning of my show that says, "Warning: Your show may be dangerous for Kevins that are listening."
Kevin's.
Audio
You should-
discretion
you-
is
you
advised.
should do that. You should do that for sure. Connie, what would you put at number 3 for you?
Okay, to begin with, I didn't know we were supposed to do a 3, but this is easy. I already
Yeah.
have this list in the back of my mind. But it would probably be Misery.
Mm.
I love Misery. And I know it's unpopular, but it's one of my favorites.
Yes.
I
That
enjoyed
was
it.
great. That was a great book. I don't think it's unpopular at all. I loved it. It was one of the few movies that actually follows the book pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Well,
Kathy
that
Bates,
who doesn't love Kathy
amazing.
Bates?
she's amazing.
Mm.
She has She recently came out with an interview that literally helped with my grief so much because her mom obviously has passed away. She's much older, but my mom passed away when I was 6. And, you know, growing up without a mom, all these struggles. But then she's like, when she won the Oscar, she thought she forgot. She won the Oscar for Misery, which is unheard of for people in the horror genre.
Oh, yeah.
And so no one's even won since Kathy Bates of an Oscar for anything horror related for a leading role.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, I thought I forgot to thank my mom. But the interviewer was like, you did. And he showed the clip to her. And he's like, why are you so upset? Why would you forget? Or something like that. And then she went on to explain. And then she's like, you know, my mom deserved my life. And I was like, oh my God. That, like, helped something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, my mom deserved...
I love actors like that just speak in such a way that, like, awakens something in you. So
And
that's
she
beautiful.
just said it.
Yeah.
Just like that. She didn't even think about it. And I was like, you know what? You're right.
Shit.
And I was like, oh, I feel better.
Right?
Yes.
We're putting Kathy Bates in the same realm as Robin Williams. I'm making an announcement amongst the group.
She's one of the OGs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a great I love that movie. You know, I think I was also around the same age, 9, 10, 11 when the first time I ever watched that movie as well. I was, man, I'll say I think I've mentioned it on the podcast a few times now. I've started my like cherry popping into horror movies was Child's Play 2 when I was 4 years old. So
never use that sentence the way that you executed it ever again.
Oh, that's
you
great.
know, I will have to agree with you. Child's Play 2 was one of my first horror films that I watched, literally at 4 too.
Yeah, really at 4 as well.
Yeah, I was up in kindergarten, pre-K, being like, you know, Michael Myers is my dude, and my teacher had to call my dad, and she's like, can you slow down on those scary movies? And he's like, I can't. You know, that's all my kids want to watch is scary movies.
Our friend Scott has a son who has a clown with knives in the corner of his room that he calls Dagger Mike, and that just oh my God, that's just what that reminded me of. Just creepy kids. I love it.
So
Dagger Mike.
That's ridiculous, first of all, because dolls and clowns are my 2 biggest fears. So I would never.
Me too.
Never ever have something like that in the corner of my room. Never ever.
I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
But think about it. Kids don't, unless they've watched those movies, which I know for a fact Scott's son has not watched a whole lot of that.
True.
You don't have the fear to associate with a character like that. He just is a little boy that sees a clown with knives and is like, that's cool. Dagger Mike.
Yeah, you have a point.
Meanwhile,
there.
I'm like, is your kid okay?
My parents were
concerned for me as well.
My parents were concerned with me because when we would watch Nightmare on Elm Street, every time Freddy showed up, it made me laugh. I thought he was hilarious.
He was
me too.
Comedic.
Right?
Yeah.
Robert Englund, dude. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with me. He's funny.
He is funny. I laughed too.
That's awesome.
Kevin, did you say you're number 3?
No, I didn't.
No,
All
not
right.
yet.
I'll give you my number 3. It's Fallen with Denzel Washington, Donald Sutherland, James Gandolfini, John Goodman.
Oh shit! I don't think I've seen this.
Yeah, it's a 1998 film. It has to do with fallen angels, like demons and stuff. It's more psychological than like visually scary. So it like gives you like, so when I watched this when I was a kid, so it came out in 98, so I was 10 years old. So around the time that it came out, I saw it, and it gave me a deep fear of touching other people for like a little while. So like the way the demon would transfer from person to person was by touching. All he had to do was touch somebody and he could possess the next person. So he'd be like in one person and then literally touch somebody else and he'd be in another person. And it gave me like an anxiety of touching people for like a year or two.
Aww. That fear also prepared you for COVID, so I mean, positive. I don't blame you for that, though. It's funny how like stuff with kids, like watching it as kids, sticks with you.
Right.
I would have the reverse reaction. I would want to touch everything to see if it happens.
Yeah.
I can control you or you or you.
David, I'm gonna send you my BetterHelp link. I think that you.
Send it.
Teasing.
I also think Denzel Washington is a fucking gem, and he needs to be protected because I do not want him to fucking die. So I would like to like prolong his life as long as possible so he can make more movies.
How old is he? He's like one of those people that hasn't aged.
He's like 60.
He's like 60 something, 68.
He's like 142, something like that.
Oh, Connie's got it.
I love
Connie's
how
gonna
you
look
went
it
from
up.
60 to 140.
He is.
I think he's 68.
He's in his 70s, no?
I'm gonna say 63, but he is. God damn it, my motherfucking glasses. Hold on, they're broken. Okay, age. He's 69.
Whoa.
I'm so good at that shit. I was close.
I mean this with the most respect, but like people who are African American already don't age, and then you throw the acting bouginess into the mix, and no one would ever know.
I heard he's really good in Gladiator 2. Like they're talking about him receiving an Oscar nomination.
No shit.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe that shit. You know, King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Because I'm on top of the world.
All right, David, what's your number 2?
Number 2, I'm gonna go with Hereditary.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Yeah. You got dark witches in this one, right? You have demon-like. I think. Oh my goodness, what's her name? The main character.
Tony
Collette.
Yes.
Collette. She is so freaking good in this movie, especially at the end, man. Especially at the end, so nutty, and everything is just. Have y'all seen it? Y'all seen it, right? Okay. So how about crawling on the walls and all that stuff? That blew my mind. I was like, what? Hiding in the shadow in the corner? Ooh, good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Some classic tropes in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit with that movie. I would say.
Her scream when she got in the car. It was real.
Yes.
It was real. Coming from, personal losing a child. When I heard that scream, I was like, oh my God. It was real. Like
it's like animalistic, visceral, just
it gives me that weird feeling in my spine,
Yeah. You feel ill after you hear it, but also you want to give them a hug, but also you have goosebumps and you're not really sure how to feel.
And I like how they didn't show. It was just on the son's face the whole time, and you know what was going on.
Oh yeah.
And I just love how his expression changed. I actually know someone who worked with him on My Friend Dahmer. He was a extra, and he didn't say nice things, and I was like, motherfucker, why did you have to tell me that?
About that actor?
About Ned Wolf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ned Wolf. Ned.
So what did he say?
He just said that his ego, he wasn't nice.
Of course.
I'm like, this motherfucker was playing drums at 7 years old. Let him be a little egotistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said he just wasn't nice. And I was like, well, that's most actors. We just don't know about.
Unfortunately.
He did a pretty good job in that movie. The little girl did a great job in that movie, I thought. My girlfriend also lost a child, but he was 21 at the time. And we were watching that movie, and she could not, after she heard that, could not continue.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, but she killed it in that
Oh yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Speaking of movies that like I can't watch are movies that have to do with rape. So like when
Thank you.
when the scenes happen, I just can't. I literally physically feel sick to my stomach
The
when they
Last House
happen.
on the Left. I Spit on Your Grave. There's just some movies where I'm like, you were this close for me to like have a little bit of interest, and
Yeah.
then I think rape is like it just shouldn't be in films, in my opinion. I think it's just, I
It's a
mean,
low-hanging fruit to cause a reaction for
Yeah.
somebody,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm with you on that.
It's
I
low-hanging,
can.
Yeah.
rotten fruit.
I think
Yeah.
for me the first movie that it happened maybe not the first movie that it happened in that I saw that I can remember, but so it's the first one that I can remember. I was in high school. It was Monster with
No.
Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci, and he takes the bat to her, and I was just like, I literally like I took the DVD out and threw it out the window. I was like, fuck this movie. I was like, no, I'm not doing that fucking shit. I was like, I can't watch that shit. That like I literally threw up. And my girlfriend at the time was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And she's like, "It's just a movie." I was like,
You're a human with a heart.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. I can't. I feel so bad. Like I know it's pretend, but it looks so fucking real." And I couldn't handle. I can't handle it. I can't handle that shit. I have to skip it. Like I'll literally like skip a couple like I'll at least do a minute, maybe 2 minutes, because they don't leave it on the screen that long. It's usually like a good like 30-50 second window. So,
and if they do, there's something wrong with the filmmaker. For sure.
Absolutely. Like Clockwork Orange, that was disgusting.
My son's a little bit cranky right now, but Clockwork Orange, I swear to God, it's the only one. It's the only film that I do not ever want to watch again.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Ever. With singing and oh fuck, nope, turn the radio off. I can't ever hear that song the same.
Yeah. I mean, it was well done. It's a classic and everything, but I watched it once and that's it for me. So, but yeah. Anyways, that's my gripe with a lot of films. Anyways, I cannot watch that shit. So,
while we're on the topic of things in horror movie tropes or scary movie tropes, is there any other things like that you guys see in scary movies that you won't continue watching as a result? Like, is there anything that's just too much for you?
Anything to do with child pee, I won't do. Like hard candy, nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
If it goes towards, like even with Barbarian, it was getting a little bit too much for me. I finished the whole film, but like that one didn't necessarily have child in it, but it dealt with like women. If you've seen it,
like he took her when she was a child.
Yeah,
the girl that he brought down there.
I can't do children's stuff because I think child predators are. Sorry, I'm killing you. Like I have no sympathy for child predators. You're done. Castrate them. Fuck off. I don't even want you to rot in jail. I want you to be executed.
Same.
I'm just harsh that way. Child predators don't deserve to live.
I agree.
So anything to
That's
do with
why
children.
prison hierarchy works the way that it does for us. So it's fine.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped true crime, because my last case involved a baby, but it wasn't sexually motivated. And then I read on the news somewhere that a man raped a 9-month-old baby to death. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm switching to movies. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything to do with children sexually, can't do.
Yeah. So I think I mean I also have a hard time with that as well, but a lot of the movies, at least that I have seen,
it's not pop. It's not.
They don't show. They're not graphic about it. Most of them kind of like hint to it. You know,
the hinting part is just like enough for me. Like if it goes with, There's this movie with Liv Taylor in it. She was younger, and it has Richard. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's from Jaws, and he plays a child psychologist.
Richard Dreyfuss.
Richard Dreyfuss, and the little boy was being touched and assaulted by his dad, and there was pictures, not of the assault, but him almost naked.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah, there's an Australian movie about it's based on a true story, about a serial killer, and he actually like gets close with this kid that was molested and raped, and he doesn't do anything to the kid, but he ends up killing the kid's molester and shit like that. But in the movie,
Dexter style,
kind of, yeah, in a way. Like he went on a killing spree of killing bad people, but he's still he was like a bad guy still.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't a nice person in any way. Like he was still like a felon and shit like that, and he was robbing people and shit like that at the same time. But in the movie, it's like I think one of the kids is 8, so it was like him and his little brother, and he was like 8 years old, and it shows him taking a picture of the 8-year-old in his underwear, and I was like, why do we need to see the kid in the underwear? Like that is not that to me is not necessary. And then it like, and I'm pretty sure the actors were of age, like 18 plus, but they looked like they were like 14, 15 and shit, and it shows the stepbrother raping the brother. Like it literally shows it happening, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah,
they did
that with Slasher. Is it called Slasher? It's on Netflix. It's a series, and it was male on male rape scene, and I stopped watching it. I was like,
"Yeah,
I'm gonna go."
Yeah, it's gross.
I think there are a lot of like things in horror that can touch on. You're showing this or you're mentioning it to add to the story, and then there are things that'll do it to disturb you in a way, which again, low-hanging fruit. And those are the movies that don't necessarily do very well. And it's just like, why is it necessary? So I just wanted to knock, it's not my show, it's Kevin's episode, but I'm like, I need to knock all the gross stuff out of the mix before we continue. What do we not like?
Yeah.
What is not okay?
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. I've never been able to stomach that kind of stuff. So, and I've been that way since I was a kid too. So,
which I know is not the definition of a snuff film, but it's just like, it's so low budget, it's so poorly written, it's so this that it's like, why am I even watching this?
I want to be scared. I don't want to feel like someone's breathing down my neck in a sexual way.
Yeah, right.
You know, I don't want to feel violated. I want to feel, when we watch a scary movie, sometimes it's just to get, you want to
leave going spooky, spooked, what the fuck did I just watch, kind of psychological thriller, but not like, what is wrong with human society kind of mentality.
Yeah. It's like, as a woman, I'm already fucking done with the society bullshit of feeling like I can't leave the house because creepy ass men, and sometimes women too. I've had creepy women come after me too.
I have the same problem.
Me too.
Yeah. Hey,
creepy ass women, man.
Yeah.
It happens.
It does.
Would you guys watch a snuff film?
No. Depends on what it depends. What's it involved?
Oh my god, Connie.
I'm joking. No, I would never watch it. I can't even
watch.
No.
No,
I can't
Wait a second here.
I can't even watch Poughkeepsie.
No.
So you've never seen one?
No, never would.
Have you seen the Poughkeepsie tapes movie?
No, I haven't.
No, it's about snuff films, and I won't watch it. But it looks interesting but I don't want to watch it because it's about snuff films.
Sierra and I covered
What is it like?
what was the serial killer that we
I Am
covered
Sam.
that they
Sam.
made snuff films that are still available online in some places, and I'm just like, no. I forgot their names. I want to say they were. Why can't I think of
Is it
They
the
were
Son of
Ukrainian.
Russia out?
They were Ukrainian, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Are you saying this because you listened to the episode?
Yes. Yes.
And I can't even think of it.
Yeah.
Clearly, I trauma blocked it.
I listened to it at like 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, you poor soul.
So
Don't
it was
do
still
that.
dark, and it was really
Never
gross.
listen to my podcast when it's still dark.
So, 88 millimeter also fucking touches on snuff films, which is gross too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just too much.
Absolutely.
Question. I got a question before we continue.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel? You brought up tropes, and I was really interested in this because I've been thinking about this a lot. How do you feel about
I'm a writer by trade. It's in my brain.
When there's a jump scare? How do you feel about jump scares in horror movies right now?
I like jump scares when there's a time and a place for them. If it's all jump scares, it's too much, and then I'm not scared anymore. I'm just like, ugh.
I like it. My favorite thing about jump scares is when they make it seem like there's going to be a jump scare, and I'm like, all right, there's a jump scare, and then it doesn't happen, and then like 2 seconds later, it's like, and I'm like, holy fuck, they got me.
When they get you, it's really good. But when you know they're coming, I don't like that, I think.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I like the old, like, you have to pay homage to the horror genre, like the closing of the mirror and there's going to be somebody behind you, and the pan down the hallway and there's like a man standing there or something. Like, there are certain tropes that I guess have comfort to me after all of these years of enjoying the horror genre, that I don't necessarily react the same way that I would then, but I can appreciate. But I'm with Kevin on that, like the I'm gonna get you, but I got you afterwards kind of thing.
Yeah.
That newer horror movies have been doing, I really like. Like, I don't know. I think that's a generalized way to put it, but you have to pay homage where homage is due.
Like
Absolutely.
Scream 5 was really good at jump scares.
We're on Sierra's second, number 2. Your number 2 pick. Fucking Alicia.
And I didn't even snap. I was like, yeah, Sierra.
I'm like, I don't see Sierra here. That's weird. I love ya. No, it's okay.
You were just talking about Sierra, and I have no idea why that fucking. Oh my god. Anyways, I've never actually had a conversation with her.
I know,
before.
but she is cool and she likes you. So, no. My number 2. I think I'm gonna say, again in no particular order, but I went the gore / whodunit kind of mindset with my pick, and that is Connie. Show everyone your shirt.
That's my number 2 too.
Scream.
We just watched that on Friday. No, Saturday night.
Did you?
Me and my daughter. She wanted to watch it.
My favorite specifically of the franchise so far, I love the original, but I'm gonna pay a particular respect to Scream 5. I feel like they did a really good job of the 2023 new release.
Yeah, I haven't.
It rebirthed my love for the franchise.
I haven't watched the 6th one, which is the last one that they made, but the 5th one was really good. The 4th one I didn't care for.
Good. No, me neither.
The 4th one I did not care for, but the 5th one was because they tied up some loose ends. You know what I mean?
They did.
They filled in some gaps.
And like they used different elements of the city, different apartments, old characters, new characters, and I was just like, what is happening? I love a classic whodunit.
Yeah, and I love them going back to the original house.
Yes. Yes.
That was
I think it was really well done all around. But yes, of
Absolutely.
course, the original love.
Yep. Yeah.
It was
So
Drew
Never look at
Barrymore in the
Matthew
first one,
Lillard the
right?
way.
yeah, Drew Barrymore was in the first one.
They should
for
have had her ghost in the
10
original house.
seconds. Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
It's funny because she's like on the cover as like
the main person.
Yeah, but she's in the movie for literally 5 minutes. Like
yeah,
it's super misleading, but I kind of love it because she is such a big name.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. My daughter had a hard time. I'm like, who do you think it is? And she's like, I think it's the guy that acts like he's drunk all the time. And I'm like, okay, why? And she's like, I don't know. He's just weird. And I'm like, all right, which is Stu, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And then we're watching it. She's like, I think it's the boyfriend now. And I'm like, okay. So we're watching it, and then he gets stabbed, and she's like, I don't think it's the boyfriend anymore. I think it is the drunk guy or the movie guy. And
that
then,
is where no one that has never seen Scream will ever be able to relive those back and forth feelings. So
absolutely. Because there was a time too where the police captain or chief or whatever the fuck he is, the sheriff, puts out his cigarette, and he's wearing the same exact boots that she saw in the bathroom, and I was like, oh, the first time I ever watched it, I was like, oh, it's him, it's that guy. And then they started talking about the dad, how the dad's missing and stuff, and I was like, oh, maybe the dad's the killer. What a twist that would be. And then like I'd never, the whole entire time, I never suspected Billy and Stu at all. Not once. Not once.
And then when they do reveal themselves as the killers, it's so like animalistic and like just like deranged that you're like, how could I not have seen this? Like they're having so much fun with it. It's so scary.
Yeah. Have you seen the musical on Broadway for Scream?
No, I didn't know there
Oh
was a
my
musical.
god, it is.
I didn't even know that existed.
There is a staged musical about Scream, and it is ridiculous. I have to find a video and send it. I might actually get a video and share it on Weird Java in the morning.
Yeah,
because it was the first time I saw it, like it's like Billy and Stu's characters, the characters, and they're like stabbing the air and stuff, and they're dancing together with the knives, and I was like, what is happening? Like it was like on stage in front of a bunch of people, and I was like, oh my god, it is Scream on Broadway. This is
You're
ridiculous.
like, I have a love-hate relationship with this.
Absolutely. I was like, I have to go find where this is at. It's probably New York, honestly.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
I was like, I need to see this in person.
I thought it was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
It didn't scare me at all, and it had, I don't know, it's a slasher film, right? So it kind of falls in that genre where
the slasher whodunit. Yeah, again, it's not scary, but I have an appreciation for that genre. So
yeah,
and it does give jump scares. So
yes, there is the occasional jump scare for sure. But like I said, I ranked my range of horror movies based on today's discussion. And if you like whodunits, it's not horror, but I would recommend it to your listeners because I really liked it, and that was Only Murders in the Building.
Yes. Oh, I love that show. Love it.
I haven't started the 4th season yet, but I love I love a whodunit through and through. And if you're like a classic lover, like we've been discussing on today's episode,
I'm a classic lover.
Martin Short and fucking Steve Martin, you can't go wrong with them. I love them.
Zach Galifianakis, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, he's funny in it.
Season 4?
Yes.
Shit, I'm not ready. All right. I know what I'm doing after this.
It's freaking this one is really, really good. This season 4. And
is
I
it
think
better than season 3? Because season 3 left me with a
yeah. Oh no, way better.
Okay.
Way better. Eva
I'm like, I
Longoria's in it.
love Meryl Streep, but I
Yes.
fucking can take or leave what's his face. So I'm just like,
Paul?
yeah, Paul Rudd. I can
Really?
take or leave
Paul
him.
Rudd?
Yeah. If we
Man.
were playing a game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, Paul Rudd, I would kill him every time.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
We'll end the episode with a game of that. I
Alright.
have one for you guys.
Oh boy. All
A
right.
horror edition.
All right, Connie, what would you say is your number 2?
Mine is Scream also. I
Ooh.
I love Scream. It's one of my favorites because one, it's nostalgic.
Mhm.
It's me and my brothers sit down, VCR, pop it in. It's a comfort movie. And I think it came out,
VCR days.
yeah. It came out during a time where horror was just down the drain and it revamped it. I mean, Wes Craven has that magical touch, and Kevin Williamson came up with something so beautiful. Teenagers, serial killer, and whodunit, slasher, loved it. I actually met Neve Campbell. I have a picture with her somewhere.
Cool.
She was very tiny in person and very sweet. I ran into David Arquette around
You
the
are
corner.
lagging for me, love. I don't know if you are for everyone else.
Me too.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Fuck.
Well, no, you're
Just-
okay.
Shake it.
Is it fine?
Slap it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I'm
like, if you're about to show me a picture of Neve Campbell and you, I need that to be clear.
I
Yeah.
have it. It's hold on. I don't know
I
where I
would-
put it.
I fell in love with that chick when I was in 3rd grade. It was I saw her in Scream first, and then Witchcraft.
Scream, Witchcraft,
And
no,
then
The Craft.
The Craft. Yeah, there we go. And then Species.
Yeah, love her.
I can't. It's in my closet, and that's going to be a hassle because I have to frame it.
Who's the other girl from The Craft movie with the teeth?
I can't remember her name, but
Missy.
she reminds me of
I think her name is Missy.
you know who she reminds me of.
Yep.
What's her name? Her name is Farazua Balk.
That's a name.
That's a name right there.
Also, what do you two talk about? Because I already don't like it.
Perusa, right?
Billy's a grown man and he can do whatever he wants.
Oh, that's God dang it! What's the name of that movie?
Waterboy.
Yes, The Waterboy.
Oh
that's it.
yeah, Adam Sandler.
So that girl had a really horrific, real paranormal Fairuza Balk, and it was like she told the story. And it was fucking wild.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
Hey, real quick, while we're talking about famous people, so I'm going to Cryptid Halloween in West Virginia this coming weekend. When this video comes out,
is that where you're launching the Boo Babe merch?
The what?
Yeah, well, if the t-shirt guy has it ready for me in time, yes, I will have it there.
I love that shirt.
The ghost, sexy ghost girl. I made him.
I love.
The boob. Yes.
The Boo Babe.
The Boo Babe. Yeah.
You didn't want to hide anything, right? You wanted to show what was up. I like that you did that. Good job.
Yeah.
I love it. The killer design.
It was fucking dope as fuck. But anyway, so at this Cryptid Halloween thing in West Virginia, there is going to be an actress from Scream there. She was in the movie for like 5 seconds. She was talking shit about Sydney in the bathroom. Like that's who it was.
That's Skeet Ulrich's ex-girlfriend. That's how she got the role, is because they were dating during the time, and one of the girls, the cheerleader in the bathroom putting on the lipstick, she was dating Skeet Ulrich at the time.
Oh, it's the other girl.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's the other girl with the brown hair, and she's like,
yeah,
you
the
are
short hair.
Skeet.
Oh, I love Skeet. He's so handsome in person. It's unreal.
I know.
I don't doubt it. After
we're like
Riverdale,
brothers.
I'm like, you age like a fine wine, sir.
Yeah.
He's my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin, you're handsome. Don't reach, okay? It's not a good look.
He doesn't have to reach. He's already there. Kevin.
Don't make me feel weird. So my number 2 is The Others.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I
It's
remember that movie when it came out.
It's a very
Yeah.
good concept movie. I like the idea that
It,
you are the ghost and they
Yeah,
are.
it was
Love
very Sixth Sense-esque.
I
Yeah.
love
I mean?
Nicole Kidman too. So
Yeah,
classic.
she did a phenomenal job, and those 2 little kids, man, they did an amazing job at acting, especially that little boy. They were fucking phenomenal. I enjoyed it. I was scared the entire time watching it. I can't remember when I watched it, but I know I was still young. And I did this when I did this weird thing when I was a kid. Is when I was at my dad's house, everybody would be asleep, and I'd be up in the middle of the night watching horror movies by myself, on like purposely trying to scare myself. So it was like always movies like that, and it was The Others. I watched Jeepers Creepers by myself. I used to freaking stay up and
That's a
watch
good one.
So Weird on Disney Channel. I had a crush on that girl so hard when I was a kid.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah. So it was I always stayed up until like 2:00 in the morning watching horror movies, and then it'd be like 10:00 in the morning the next day. My dad's like, "Why are you not awake?" I was like, "Because I was awake until 2 a.m."
And now he gets up early for work because he's up all night.
Oh yeah. I don't get enough sleep. I'm surprised I'm alive. To be honest with
as YouTubers / podcasters / parents, I think that is just a curse we live with.
Yeah.
Alicia, you're a parent?
No.
Oh, okay, neither am I.
But I play
I'm
one
a-
on TV. No.
I'm a step parent.
I'm sorry. I actually no. Sierra
good.
is, but I do 100% of our podcast plus work a full-time job, so I don't sleep either, and I really like books. So,
Oh, I miss a book.
girl, I got some good like mom-friendly ones for you to dive back into the like creepy thriller genre. I'll send you.
I just bought The Housemaid.
Ooh, you're
I just
not
got
gonna be
that
able to
book.
put it down. 1, 2, and 3 was just
That's why
released
I
in
haven't
June.
started
So
it
good.
because I
So good.
need to do it when the kids are.
Yeah.
Because I
You're
know
like, I
would
need
stop.
to adult. Yeah.
Yeah.
So lots of NyQuil. All right. No, just kidding.
Some what's it
I
called?
live off of coffee and wine, pretty much. So, and I'm
Yeah.
not even a parent. So
You are a little twisted and uncorked, I will say.
Twisted and uncorked.
it's true.
There you go.
You gotta get me some
Ooh,
of that weird Java. You know, I
should.
work
I need
so
some of
hard
that
on those
coffee.
labels. I gotta get some good coffee.
I'll send you some.
Yeah. No, it's oh yeah, you send me those. I'll send you a ghost T-shirt. There you go.
Okay.
I ain't got no merch. I'm sorry, guys. One
Aw.
day
I gotta send you a T-shirt, Connie.
I'll gladly wear it. I have a bunch of friends that have like small businesses, and they have like their own little career paths, and like they all shout each other out, and they all help each other with their businesses and stuff like that. And in the beginning of the year, I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of viewers, but I was like, I like post on Facebook. If you guys have like a small business and want me to shout it out on YouTube, I'd love to do it. And I got zero likes, but they're all like up each other's asses. And I was like, I'll just go fuck myself. Sorry, guys.
Nice.
That is what your spooky friends are here for.
Thank you. I was like,
you find your people for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This podcast has been a roller coaster. There's people that I encounter that I really like and that I really love, and then there's some people that I don't really care for, but I still like them and I still will support them and help them. And you just happen to be one of those people that I don't really care about, but I'll still help you. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's been I think it's the group that we have found has been It's been awesome. It's been amazing. So,
Yeah,
I
and I feel
appreciate all of
awful.
you.
I feel awful that I've been dying for like the past 6 months. I keep getting sick. My kids keep getting sick, and I like can't keep up. But I'm trying. I feel a little bit better. I took some.
I'm gonna send you another recipe that Sierra calls her witch's brew, like mom tonic for getting sick in the winter. I will send that to you.
Thank you. 'Cause I need something. I'm tired of being sick.
I watch her stories and I'm like, Jesus Christ, she's sick again? What the hell? What is she doing?
I think someone has a voodoo doll of me. I'm not playing. They stub my toe. They put my check engine light all the time. They're fucking with me.
You worded that very cute. We're not laughing at your hardship by any means.
No, it's okay.
You said that in a very cute way.
I hope you feel better, Connie.
Thank you.
Honestly. I will send Kevin the witch's brew for parents, as he's a parent, so his listeners might like it as well.
Oh, your little baby at the pumpkin patch. That was so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Thirst strap and a half, sir. Put that away.
I gotta use her somehow. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I literally showed my husband, Kevin. I was like, look at how cute this is. He's like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, Kevin. He's like, okay, we accept him.
You look genuinely happy in that picture, though. You really do.
I think that's my favorite thing is that I am is a dad. So
I still can't believe you're like 36.
I'm not crying.
30. I'm not 36 yet.
35.
He's dirty 5.
I still can't believe it. I thought he was like my age. And he's like, I have like a 16-year-old. I'm like,
I'm closer to your age.
That's what I said.
I'm
Kevin's
28.
part vampire.
You're 28.
I think he's part vampire.
Part vampire. I think you have to be all vampire. I don't think you can be.
No, I think you can just be part vampire and be
Part
Kevin.
Oh, he's a daywalker?
Daywalker. Fucking Blade, dog.
Yeah.
That's when
the
he's
best
got to
one.
go get his spicy weird sauce ingredients in the daytime. So
Yeah.
I know what's
20, 29, right?
tell all of your friends. Yes. 31.
Dirty 1?
Half.
31.
Dirty 1. And dirty 5. And
31 and
27.
35.
Oh my God, 27.
Connie, I love you so much. You're not
Oh.
allowed to be a part of this club anymore.
You child.
I am a cat. I've had like 9 lives. I don't feel 27. I've been through some shit. I feel older. And yeah, I don't like
You
to be
don't look like
27.
you've been through some shit.
I've been
No,
through some
you really
shit.
don't. I need
Really
your
don't.
skincare routine
You know
immediately.
what it is? It's my mom's side of the family. I swear to God, they've drank the fountain of youth. It's unreal.
They
my dad's
drinking
hillbilly.
baby's blood.
I think so. I think so.
Oh boy.
Because they look unreal. They're like in their like 50s and 60s, but they look like they're my age. And we're also like 5
David's
feet
older
tall.
than your parents. Jeez.
No, my dad was born in 65.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah, David was born
David
in
doesn't
58.
look his age either, so.
Thank you. Thank
If
you,
you
Miss
don't
Watson.
mind me asking, how old are you?
132.
132. Okay.
Yeah. I've been
You
around.
look great.
I'm actually 52.
52. My mom was born in 73.
Oh, she's 51, right? 50.
Yeah, but she passed away when she was 30. But if she
And you were
was
6.
if she was 51, she probably would have looked she probably looked my age because her sister is older and she looks my age.
Damn,
It's crazy.
son.
Yeah. She got fat ass too. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's daddy like that shit.
That was an added bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has 4 kids.
I like a big booty.
She's 4'9" with a fat ass.
I wouldn't mind
49,
it.
feeling fine.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm not allowed to rhyme on the podcast
I can't
anymore for that
see it,
reason,
and I
so.
already like it.
So you're gonna do it here, right? Okay.
All right, so number 1, David.
All right, my number 1 is only because I watched it when I was 8 by myself in the dark.
Yeah.
and I've watched it recently, and it bored me to tears. But at 8 years old, it's freaked me the fuck out, and that's The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one to be scared of.
It
as a child, especially
terrified me. But I saw the whole thing. I watched the whole thing, and I was alone. My parents were out, and it came out on like CBS. It was like the first time it was shown on TV.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but yeah, that's number one for me. But you watch it now, and it's like, when are we gonna get to the stuff, man? It's boring.
It's comical.
It is
as
it
an
is.
adult,
so,
you know.
Yeah. Plus the special effects are so outdated and terrible. They're terrible. Pea soup, really? But but yeah, that's my number one, and only because it like you said, it kind of shaped me as a kid.
Yep.
The devil, that whole thing terrified me, and that's why I do this stuff I do now.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. The Duke of Darkness over there.
That's right.
I have a real hot take. I have never seen The Exorcist.
Oh,
and before you guys yell at me,
I would never dream of yelling at you.
I am
I'll do it for you.
Portuguese Catholic, and I grew up being taught that if I watched that movie, I was basically going to be possessed. So,
oh shit,
you're Portuguese Catholic? Are you part Portuguese?
I am half Portuguese.
Oh, so am I, my dear.
That's why
so
we're
am
friends.
I. Yes.
So
Lovely.
that fear that's embedded in you as a kid, I just couldn't get past it. And then as I got older, I heard, it's not that good, or, it's kind of cheesy as an adult, this, that. So I'm like, I'm just not going to watch it then.
Yeah.
But I have a hard time watching movies that are like very biblical exorcisms, possession kind of films because of that upbringing. I still have that little voice in the back of my head that's like, you're gonna be possessed in the night, like. So
not you. Not you.
I don't know. I have a hair pulling ghost. I don't need to add exorcism to my list of problems.
That's true. You do have a hair pulling ghost.
But yeah, I will write you a whole list of stories. Yeah,
please.
I will write you. But
or you could listen to her episode.
Exorcism. Yeah, God, David.
That is something I could do. I've listened to a few.
If you want the full Eric on Uncomfortable, I also went through the whole rabbit hole with him, and then Kadra from Perplexity Podcast has gotten my recent list of stories. So if you want all of the current hauntings,
mine's better.
Yeah, Kevin's is better. He has like scary breathing in the background. So
oh, yeah, that's right. I tried, and then you were nice enough to offer help, but I didn't take you up on it.
It's okay. Never record when you're sick, guys, as I sit here muting myself.
Feel you.
Well,
and I don't have kids.
Yeah. Well, what is your number one, Alicia?
My number one is the Insidious franchise.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I specifically misunderstood the assignment because I was so afraid of not including one. So I'm just going to include the whole franchise, from The Nun to Insidious to Annabelle, to just like the way that they've weaved that whole story with.
Time out. Did you say The Nun?
Yes.
It's not in the Insidious franchise.
It is. It's the lady that
you're talking about, The Conjuring, yeah?
No.
Yeah. The Nun is from The Conjuring.
The Nun is from The Conjuring. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is.
No, but the lady that appears in Insidious, it's her as a young woman. So it is grouped into the same.
That's weird.
I'm going to have to take you around back.
No.
Because that is not the case, young lady.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna need to do a quick Google here.
Insidious.
Insidious is fantastic. It has
is.
Rose Byrne, right?
Of
And
the
the guy who is in The Conjuring
No,
is
Insidious
also
is
in.
not part of the Conjuring universe. However, it does share some connections, director, actors.
The actors.
But let me see if it's through
Uh-oh.
The Nun.
Oh,
It's
it's
not
the
in the
same
Conjuring.
directors. The Keyhole.
Alicia.
Yeah.
No, it's
Alicia.
not. The Nun is not part
I'm
of the
ashamed of
Insidious.
myself.
Nope, it's not.
Kevin's
You guys,
about ready to boot me off this
all
episode.
y'all were wrong. All of you guys are wrong.
All y'all is
All right.
wrong?
All y'all is wrong.
Okay.
So
was-
I was under the impression, maybe this is me overlapping, because the lady in Insidious. Hold
Mhm.
on, let me get her
The
name.
older woman? The older
Yes.
woman? Okay.
What's her full name? Vera
Fleming.
Vera Farmiga
So
is not in
her
Insidious.
sister, her younger
Tessa.
sister, is in The
Yeah.
Nun and The Nun 2,
Yes, but Vera's
playing
not.
a younger version of her.
But Vera's
Vera's
not
not
in
She is in the
Insidious.
Insidious franchise.
No,
No,
she's
she's in The
not.
Conjuring.
No, she's not.
She's in The
She's in the
Conjuring.
Conjuring.
What? I'm
Mhm.
ashamed.
Yes, that
All
the
right,
guy
I'm
that
just
played
gonna
the
leave.
guy, the girly looking guy that plays Ed Warren is in Insidious.
Yes.
Patrick.
And he's also in Insidious. Yeah.
He did
yeah.
direct,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the first time the nun is mentioned is in The Conjuring 2.
Forgive me then. So I really like the Insidious franchise and apparently also love The
The
Conjuring.
Conjuring. Yeah.
So
They're all great. They're all great.
No,
They're all
I
great.
recently watched the full Conjuring series. That's why that's in the back of my head. For some reason, I thought that she was in Insidious because she tries to get to the other side to connect with the little boy, and she's in the key, the one where she has to like go in and like get him from the other side.
I know
Yeah,
what you're
that's not-
talking about.
I
But
know what
don't-
you're talking-
I can't
yeah.
think-
I'm merging
You're-
universes here.
Yes.
I think you're just getting like faces mixed up.
Yeah, because they kind
No,
of look
hold on.
the
How sick are you?
Pretty sick. Oh,
Is that Connie?
You're yeah, she's
Uh-oh.
glitching.
She's
again.
glitching out.
Am I
The
glitching?
last
It
key.
sounded like a guitar pick.
Oh, I am.
You guys are
I'm
glitching.
totally
Am I glitching?
mixing up Lin Shay. I am totally mixing up Lin Shay with the older sister of
Right.
the
Yeah.
Vermargira because they look so similar. I apologize.
You
But
better
no,
apologize.
you know what? I will walk myself right off this podcast. But specifically Insidious Chapter 2, I thought was the scariest.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It was a
man.
good one.
I love those
because they
series.
move. They've got like the element of children's toys that's really gross. And I'm like, why
Going
do
to
you
the
need to
other
bring that?
side, that whole other side, the spirit side. Oh, good
Yes.
stuff, man. The demon in
Absolutely.
that red looking.
You know, that
down the
was like
rabbit
the
hole looking.
cheesiest part of that movie, but it
Yeah, I didn't
still
like that.
scared me every time it made an appearance because I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
It would play the music, and then it was something in me that was just like, ugh.
I like how they use music and sounds to like build up your fear to like a jump scare or to show you something that it gives you that kind of like reaction.
Totally. I think that like 1, 2, and 3, they all use music very well.
I would agree.
And yes, I love what's that actress's name? Rose Byrne. I do love her.
Rose,
so.
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So, Connie, what would you say is your number one?
Mine's
Now that no
gonna-
one's listening because they're mad at me.
No. Mine's pretty basic, but I have to give it to it. Halloween. The original Halloween. You can't. What Mikey Myers has done, it's made history. I love Michael
Yeah.
Myers, Halloween. I mean, just it's again nostalgic, and it's it's history. It's really good, honestly. You can rewatch it and it's still good. It's still scary. I mean, yeah, it was made in 77. It might not be up to standards now, but I think it's hold up.
It did the job back then. That's for
That
sure.
and Jamie
for
Lee
sure.
Curtis.
Yeah, original Scream Queen right there.
Absolutely.
She's great.
Absolutely. You just like it because it was in Scream.
So what?
I'm just kidding. I was trying to I was trying to make a joke, but nobody got it.
I was like, who are you calling out?
Because at the end, because her
Alicia?
number 2 was Scream, and now her number 1 is Halloween, and they played Halloween at the end of the movie in Scream.
Yeah. I don't
Good
remember that.
point.
Because he was talking about the horror movie rules.
Yeah.
It's true.
You can't
It
be
is
a
true.
virgin. Look, you got to be a virgin.
You have to be a virgin to live.
You have to be a virgin. You can't say, I'll be right back. You can't have sex. No boobs. You know,
I
they know
need
now.
some evil villain out there to. No, I don't. I take it back.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
So my friend Robert, who does Ghost Wax, the podcast, he's talked about writing a story based on like podcasters and like that horror genre of creepy people and making it into like a movie of its own, like writing an audio script in that way. So where I was going with that thought process is that I need somebody to do that visually in like the podcast world, and then I was like, no, don't do it, because now I'm scared.
Do it.
I can handle the audio verse, I can't handle the visual part of it.
I feel you,
I actually have
dog.
an
I feel you.
audition due on the 25th. I was making sure I wasn't late because I've been dying. So I was like, okay, is it the 25th yet? Nope, it's the 21st. I'm still good.
You still
Close.
got a couple days.
I got a couple days.
You got a couple
You
days,
said audition?
lady.
Yeah,
Should I message you on the 25th and be like, go to your
like,
audition?
did you get your shit done? The new Scream, the Scream 5 and 6, it's really pissed me off because I was like, I never thought, and Halloween, I never thought they would bring this stuff back. And it's people our age, and I'm like, I could have been, you know, I have those unrealistic dreams of like, oh, one day I would love to be a Scream queen and be in horror films. Me and my brother, we used to write our own scary movies. I didn't think it was possible it could come, like, be realistic. And now that I see all the new stuff that I like coming out, I'm like, son of a bitch, I could have pursued my dreams of being in a horror film or making a horror film. So now it's like, you know what? Try it.
Yes.
Yes. You know
Do
what?
it.
I've been thinking about doing it too. I've applied 3 times and I've never submitted it.
Submit it,
guys.
Press the button.
Do it. Connie,
Yeah.
you write a horror movie. You be the final girl. I'll be your best friend that dies. It'll be fine.
My brother is coming into town and he's a writer. I can't write.
Insidious and The Conjuring are not the same thing, Alicia.
Shut your mouth.
That really looked like you were stabbing her in the top of the head.
It's funny.
Listen, I blame Patrick Wilson, okay? It's his fault.
It is his fault.
He is not allowed to be Ed Warren
really
and
is.
fucking Josh Lambert. It's not allowed.
No.
Yep. Nope.
He has bled into all of the areas of my subconscious.
So good luck to you on the 25th there, Connie.
Yeah,
Thank
good luck.
you. Even it's
Get it.
just to get it out there. I'm not really expecting anything back, but you know, just if they're like, oh, we'll keep this in the back of our mind, you know?
Yeah.
Or if
I'm
something
telling
like
you got the Farrah Fawcett thing going right now, and
Yeah,
I think
that's-
that's perfect, man. Just be yourself.
I got
I mean,
the hair.
That's how Brad from the Awaken podcast got into Stranger Things. He just sent a thing, and they were like, "Hey, man, grow out your beard and your hair. Let's see how that looks." And so he grew out his beard and his hair. Sent him a picture, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, come on in."
Wow.
You got it.
Yeah. So, and
Yeah.
then they were randomly. He wasn't supposed to get a speaking character. He was just supposed to be a background character, and they were like, I need somebody to say a line. And they literally like he was like, I was standing in the back. He's like, I kind of just looked at them, and they looked at me at the same time I looked at them, and he's like, hey, you back there. So
Rad.
you
That's
know,
rad.
shit happens. Shit happens. You know, you never know when
It's good shit.
when you get the chance. You get the chance. You know, you got to take this fucking life by the balls and fucking go with it. You know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fuck you, voodoo doll.
Yeah, that fucking voodoo doll making you
Voodoo doll.
making you sick every other day. Fuck that thing. So, my number one, I had a really hard time choosing because there's so many. But so this is a recent movie, and it literally fucked me up for a couple days. So, Doctor Sleep.
Oh, good choice. Excellent choice.
Yeah. So, have you guys, Connie and Alicia, have you seen Doctor Sleep?
Yes, I can see why it fucked you up for a few days.
Yeah. So I literally had to go out. You know the movie Good Boys? I had to go get that movie because that kid is in that movie, and I was like, I need to know he's all right. I need to know he's all right. So, I went and rented that movie from Redbox because at the time, you know, Redbox was more part of my life. I wasn't really into the streaming shit. So,
That is the most dad thing you've ever said, too. I needed to make sure that little boy was okay.
I did. I really did. I fucking it literally made me. I had such a. I cried watching that scene.
How about that girl that played Shelley Duvall's part, man? I was impressed.
Yes.
They found someone who looked kind of and sounded like her. It was like, what the fuck?
I know that was fucked. When they go back and well, I think they might have like used like a refacing thing too for
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because they do that with Robert De Niro and The Irishman. They make him look younger, even though you can literally tell by the way he was moving that he is not younger. And then like they do it on Arnold Schwarzenegger and the new Terminator movies and stuff like that. Or well, they're not new anymore, but the latest ones.
Yeah.
So I kind of wonder if they did that with her. You know.
They've just gotten better with that technology. It's just so good now.
Yes.
So good.
And Shelley Duvall did a fucking amazing job in
the original?
The original Shining. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, she got
and
tortured.
Ewan McGregor fucking was great in Doctor Sleep too. Like I've always liked him as an actor. You know, I like my actors to act and not tell me what I should think. So.
And that man can do it all, from fucking Star Wars to
Trainspotting. That was
being gay.
Phenomenal.
Like he can do it all.
In Milk.
Yeah.
He can play a gay guy well.
Speaking of Nicole Kidman earlier. Did no one else get the reference?
No.
What
it went over my head.
Was that?
Moulin Rouge?
I could sing it to you. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Moulin Rouge.
Was he in that? I've never seen that.
Yes!
Yes, he was in it.
Never seen it.
My gift is my song. Yeah, you guys gotta watch it. It's so good.
Interesting. He's
He
in
can do it all. And this one's for you. Nicole Kidman in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He played. Have you all not seen Trainspotting?
I don't think that doesn't ring a bell.
No.
It's one of his
that does not ring
earlier
a bell
movies,
for me, sir.
And it's about like a group of kids in Scotland who are hooked on heroin, and to prepare for the movie, he hung out with like people who were recovering from it, and he considered actually using heroin, and we just all flipped around. What the hell? And he decided not to do it, which is good. It's a good thing. But the movie is so good.
What are you doing, sir?
I haven't touched anything.
Everyone flipped. It's kind of neat.
Really?
It shut my camera off.
It
shut my
and
camera
now you're
off,
in the
and
Batmobile?
now I'm here. I'm on my computer instead of on my camera that's over there.
Oh,
Interesting.
That's fucking weird. I don't know why that's doing that lately.
I literally thought that you were in a totally different space. Like this was AI.
He teleported somewhere.
Okay, when your head was over there, like in the corner, now that you've said you're in the basement, it checks out. But I'm like, shit, is he in the Batmobile or some sort of like space car? Like, where did he go?
Space
I'm
car.
okay.
Are you sure?
is he frozen right now?
Oh,
what?
no.
We lost Connie again, dude.
He said, is he frozen right now? And then gone.
Bam. You know, when
All I
the
can see
ghosts come out to play, you know.
I know. All I can see is Alicia's mic. I cannot see Alicia. She is. There she is. Hey.
Hey, lady. I can see her.
Yay. There she is. Connie.
Just her face. You are the final scene of a horror movie, my girl. You're like talking into the VHS VHS tape. Like, I'm okay.
She's in there.
This is freaky shit. What are we in Stephen King's The Langoliers?
Yeah. Jeez, what's going on?
Interesting.
This is fucking weird. All right, so we're having a hard time recording now, so I'm just gonna say, hey, Connie, tell everybody where they can find you and your show.
I'm on YouTube. Talk Spooky to me, and it's just me talking about scary movies.
Dope. I
Ooh,
love that shit.
That was a cool effect.
It was a cool effect. I don't know if it'll record it that way though, but we'll see.
Might.
Hopefully.
When Sierra's audio trips out, it does.
Okay. Alicia, tell everybody where they can find you and your podcast.
Again, you can find Twisted and Uncorked wherever you get your podcasts. We release new episodes every Tuesday from paranormal, true crime, cryptids, conspiracies, all that fun stuff.
So adorable. She's so
and the
adorable.
last lady that I have on today, David, if you don't mind.
Shit.
The most adorable lady of them all.
I feel so seen.
Yes.
It's all about inclusivity here.
Co-host of One Nothing Podcast. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere. And Down the Rabbit Hole on Instagram, on Facebook, on X, on wherever you like paranormal videos. That's where you'll find me. I had a really good compliment today. Someone actually made a comment and said that my channel is the best channel out there and she loves it and hopes I never go away. And I was like, oh my God. That's why I do this.
Way.
And then you're like, excuse me, lady, I have a girlfriend. Bye.
Yes. That's what I said.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
I don't think he did.
All right, everybody listening, that is today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. We discussed a lot of fucking movies today.
We did.
So, you know, the spooky season has always been one of my favorites. I enjoy being scared. So anybody or any movie that can scare me is, you know, it. I don't know. I love it. I love this time of year. And I love all my spooky friends that I have that I brought
we love you,
with
Kevin.
me today. Thank you.
Kevin for president.
Yeah.
Yes. But anyways, if you don't mind giving a like, follow, share, and a subscribe, that would be fantastic. And if you don't mind leaving a rating or review, that'd be great too. Obviously, you don't have to, but if your catcher doesn't allow you to do so, you can leave a review on the website Where the Weird Ones Are podcast. That's where you can also find the merch, the hot sauce, and the coffee. And probably at some point in November or December, there will be some supplements up there, so you can get protein, creatine, and shit like that. So
are you serious?
For
Weird
reals?
Creatine?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, doggy dog.
I was gonna say, for all of my workout needs.
That's right.
Absolutely.
tiny
There's gonna
sparrow's arms.
I'm gonna have nootropics and shit too. So
Ooh la
Shit,
la.
don't sleep.
should
You
be
don't sleep. I'm
should be
telling you.
pretty dope. Should be pretty dope. Well, I gotta do shit to like feed these fucking guns. I know you
They're
can't
the
really tell.
pythons.
So
Yeah, I can't.
Get
tell.
out of here. Yeah, you can't tell. Your sweater
About
is
to
bulging.
go through it, man. You can destroy your hoodie with your muscles.
You just need me and David, like, as voice actors to hype you up at all. Like, we're like, you're
Absolutely.
angel and you're a devil. Like, yeah, Cameron, you can do
Mine's
it.
broken.
oh fuck. All right, everybody. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
This concludes our broadcast day. Click.
Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth. Life is fleeting. And if you're ever distressed, cast your eyes to the summer sky. When the stars are strung across the velvety night, and when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night into day, make a wish.